Okay, so this is a 4-year-old filly that I'm riding for a guy, and anyway, she's been running a band with mares and geldings in common, and I run mares and geldings in common, and so she spent the night in the stall last night just so she could kind of decompress, and I'm going to turn her out with my little bunch here. I've got a couple of my kids' horses and an old show horse, and then the filly that I took to she's a mare now, that I took to the fraternity a couple years ago. And this is, in my opinion, the proper way to introduce a horse into a herd. Obviously, if you've got something that's a real shark or something, you would do this differently, but just a regular old pen horses, that's it. I just turn them in there. Bet on this video, the clanking of this chain is gonna be fun. So right there, that's Bill chasing her off. Bill's the only female in this pen, and she's in charge in any pen she's in. You notice there's plenty of room in this pen, so I'm not worried about anything bad going to happen. So Bill's the head honcho of the pen here, and she's gonna be the first one to go around there and show what she is, put this filly in her place, let her find out what pecking order she's in. The sorrel with the mane, or what do you call those things? Fly mask. He's old, I don't know, he's 18 or 19 or something, and he's always been chief executive officer, and so he'll be the next one to go there and say his piece. These other geldings, they kind of fall down the pecking order, with the done without a fly mask being the lowest on the pecking order. This horse here, he's really kind of an assertive horse. This is Rooster. He's gonna roll right in there and just figure out what's going on. This Appaloosa pony here, he's one of the kids' horses, but he's older and been around. He's actually pretty aggressive, so he's gonna come see what's going on. You notice nobody's chasing her or biting her or being bad to her, really. Bill did right off the bat, and she's not scared or anything like that, but this is just them figuring out their hierarchy, figuring out who goes where and how you go. You'll find that broker horses and more athletic horses in time will raise up in the pecking order. And the broker they are and the more athletic they are, the faster they'll raise up in that pecking order. This filly, no matter what, she's gonna start out zero, start out lowest in the pecking order, just because she doesn't know where the water is, she doesn't know where the feed is, she doesn't know nothing. Obviously it's not that big of a pen, so it's not like it's hard for her to find out, but she doesn't know the perimeter, she doesn't know anything. And so the way horse hierarchy works, any horse, no matter what it is that knows the ropes better than her, is going to start out above her. But she's pretty smart and pretty athletic, so she'll pop up that, and she's a she in a bunch of geldings, so it'll be just a day or two and she and Bill will be paired off here, and they'll kind of be the leaders of this deal. A mare will almost always end up being in charge of things. If you notice while we were watching her walk around there, this is kind of a side note. They were going to send her to me shod, and I told them no, send her barefoot. I found in this climate in northern Arizona that if they come to you with shoes on from a little bit wetter climate, which Colorado's not a lot wetter, but it's some, you tend to get a lot of issues with their feet getting sore. And if you show up with them bareback or barefoot, that's kind of a funny little move. Show up with them barefoot, then their feet don't get as sore. So, as everybody saw, I just turned her out, walked off, and I stand around here and watch just because I like watching, just because you learn a lot. There's interesting things to learn doing this. But if you're the kind of person that get nervous about this or get fretful about this, you're best not to stay and watch, because your heartbeat and your what are those things called? Pheromones. Your heartbeat and your pheromones will really change the dynamic of this horse herd standing this close to it, and it'll cause things to happen that weren't going to happen in the first place. It'll cause them to run and get in wrecks and get overly aggressive if you get upset about it. So like I say, if you're the kind of person that's going to get fretful about this, have somebody else do it for you. But I can stand here and be cool. You know, I've done this many times, and so I don't get worried about it. And like I say, I like to watch, and that's the whole reason I videoed this for everybody, is give other people a chance to see how these dynamics work. See, Bill's kind of going, no, you're not allowed to be here. You're not allowed to be here. She's just showing her where she's not allowed to be. It's mostly over here by this water in this shade. Now she's kind of, I don't know if that camera can see it, but she's chasing off this other colt too, just on account. She goes, you know better. You know you're not allowed over here. This filly, she might be horsing just a hair. I have no idea where she's at in her cycle, but she just got off of a 12-hour bus trip, and that'll cause them younger fillies to either to cycle, or maybe it's kind of a false cycle. Rooster seems to think she is. Could be, and that'll change kind of the dynamics of what's going on. Could be why Bill's especially mad at her, because Bill's bred. But you see this filly, she doesn't feel like she needs to defend herself at all. She's not squealing and kicking at these geldings. And you know, I've heard people say, oh, it's not putting a mare in a bunch of geldings that's the problem. The mare's not the problem. It's that the geldings go to fighting each other and hurt each other. I think get a new vet. Your geldings must not be very gelded. Oh, coconut. He's telling her she's not allowed over there. Evidently that's where the cool kids hang out, over there next to the water hole in the shade. Now she's coming up here going, hey dude, what am I supposed to do around here? You're the only person I know here. Anybody that doesn't know that throwing your lip up like that rooster horse is doing, that's actually an uncontrollable, when they get a certain pheromone, they do that and they can't not do it. Which just always makes me giggle when I see them do it, because I'm really glad that there's not things that I am forced to do just because I smell a pheromone and make myself look like an idiot. There's a lot of things I have done that made me look like an idiot because of pheromones, but I wasn't forced to do them. Jim Beam had a lot to do with it. Yeah, the way he's acting, she must be either coming into or coming out of a cycle, or now Bill's mad. Everybody's paying attention to her. But you see, she's just asserting her dominance. See, that's the only one she's offered to try to kick at. She's humped her butt up a little bit, is to Bill, who's really asserting a bunch of dominance here. Everybody else is just kind of curious, kind of a, hi, how are you? And of course, Rooster's being kind of a sleazebag. But Bill's the only one that's been aggressive, and that's the only one that's caused that filly to even offer like she needed to defend herself. Something over there scared everybody. The kids are over in that pond catching salamanders, so that could be. Yeah. The old horse with the fly mask there, he has a tendency, just being around him for so long, we kind of know his habit. He has a tendency to wait around a couple of days before he bothers with somebody and kind of let them find where they think they are. And then he usually catches them on a water hole and tells them how the cow ate the cabbage. He's kind of following his normal course. Being that this roan filly has been in and it's a pretty good size herd of mixed horses, mixed geldings and mares and different ages. You know, she's just taking to this like a duck to water, just no big deal. She understands how it works. I've noticed that my bill horse there, the sorrel, is kind of reacting to the fact that roan's not reacting. Bill's kind of used to rolling in there and making a big show of things and having everybody think she's pretty cool. And this filly's kind of just ho-humming her. And of course that's anthropomorphizing the whole world a whole bunch, but it appears that Bill's a little confused about the fact that nobody respects her authority. She had to show that filly, hey, you move when I tell you to move. Why she turned her butt to her like that. Whenever you got a goofball like Rooster in the deal, it actually causes the whole pecking order scenario to take a little longer, because you've got a putz like him loping up in the middle of everything while these two females are trying to figure out how they fit in. Well, now everybody's gonna run around and act foolish for a little bit. Yeah. Rooster's kind of an excuse for a game kind of a cat. Tuff's intervening there. I don't know why he decided he didn't want Bill over there anymore. Chocolat says, I am not too old to play. So in the meantime, these are all acting like fools. That filly went and found where the hay is. Old Rooster, I was just thinking about this, he's pretty low on the pecking order anyway, and I've got a paint horse and a bay horse that are usually in here that have been gone for the last 3 or 4 days, and he was kind of partnered up with the two of them. This could be why he partnered right up with this filly, because his regular buds are gone. He's maybe getting picked on. She's not even sure she really likes him all that much. She just wants to eat. That old brown horse there, his name's Chocolat. That's my little girl's horse. He's an older Sonoran gentleman, but he's evidently not too old to play. Yeah, and the spotty buddy there, that's his best buddy. They're both from Sonora. They've been pals for a long time. Probably since before they immigrated. What's funny about those two is they were both actually just a hair sharky. If you turn a colt or something in this pen, they kind of pick on one quite a bit. But since I put the mare in here, my mare, they've kind of settled down that bunch and let her be the cooler. What do you think, Bill? Barefoot and pregnant, just the way you ought to be. Yeah, I guess it's time to close this out because it appears that everything kind of, this is how it's going to be. So I guess, like I say, I just wanted everybody to have a chance to watch this and just see how I know there's some people don't get a chance to throw a new horse in with a whole bunch of established ones, and so just kind of see how it works. And then for other people that get real worried about it, don't. I mean, they're horses, they can take care of it as long as you don't have a little tiny pen or something, you get hemmed up and get kicked real bad. But that's the closing statement. Bye.